Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the quiz show. This is a brand new format where just 3 contestants and I quiz, and all of you can be a part of this whenever we come to your city. This was done in Mumbai and we'll keep doing it in different cities. If you have friends who, when you watch quizzing with them, tell them कि ये लोग idiots हैं, इनको कुछ नहीं आता, मैं रहता तो फाड़ देता. Please ask them to come to the quiz show and be a part of this show, right? We did a prelims, out of which we have selected 3 people. We'll do a quick intro of all 3 of you and we'll start the finale. Okay? We'll start from the right, okay, this time. Nishant?
Yeah, I'm Nishant Buddhi. I'm from Nagpur, but I'm working in Bangalore and I'm currently come to visit my brother in Mumbai.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Very fruitful visit. Nishant, well done. Abhishek?
I'm Abhishek. I work as in the podcast business in Amazon Music,
Wow.
and living in Mumbai for past 7 years.
Wow. Abhishek, this is the 3rd time you're on a quiz show. What?
Uh,
You did quizzing with members.
Yeah.
You're doing this. Have you been to quizzing with
I
comedians and
didn't
you?
qualify,
Acha, acha, but you
was there
okay,
in the
okay.
audience. Yeah.
Okay. Now we have Vedant, who have no idea which B school you went to. Like there is no clue whatsoever.
Hi, I'm Vedang, and apparently I'm not from Mica. And I'm come here to meet my friend for the weekend. So,
Wow.
good weekend for me.
You know, everyone who lives in Mumbai hates the 2 of you right now. Who asked you to come here? And you guys are such losers that you came to Mumbai and Saturday 11 a.m. this was your plan. In Mumbai और कुछ नहीं है क्या हमारे शहर में? Quiz करने आ गए सुबह सुबह. Okay, can we begin? First question. This is for Nishant. Nishant, I'm talking about a certain app. There are 6 clues. X is a free-to-play tile matching video game which released on April 12th, 2012. It is considered as one of the first and most successful uses of a freemium model. Throughout the game, the player solves puzzles, so Tiffy can solve problems plaguing the residents of the Dash Kingdom. Second clue, it is one of the most downloaded apps of all time. So it's a popular app. It's not one of those niche apps. It received particular mention in Hong Kong media with reports that 1 in 7 Hong Kong citizens play the game. It is also the most popular game in the UK of all time. 58% of the players are women, while 46% of the players are of Gen X. The game is featured in Psy's music video Gentleman. Part of the Emoji Movie takes place within this game. So there are 6 clues. Just tell me what game / app are we talking about?
Candy Crush Saga.
Yes, that is correct. 10 points there to Nishant. Well done. Question number 2. This is a direct for Abhishek. Brand question. This brand name was created by TC Bud Evans, a Coca-Cola distributor. The rights to the name was later acquired by Coca-Cola. The product itself was first developed in West Germany in 1959 as Fanta Clear Zitron, which means Fanta Clear Lemon, and was introduced in the United States under the X name in 1961. So now it's not necessarily only in America, world over we know this brand. What brand name are we talking about?
My first guess is Sprite.
Sprite it is. Yes, 10 points there to Abhishek. It is Sprite. Now we go to Vedant for your direct. Okay, pressure on you because she ran for parliament in 1962 and won the constituency in the Lok Sabha in one of world's largest landslide, winning 193,000 votes out of 247,000 cast. She continued to hold this seat in 1967 and 1971 as a member of the Swatantra Party founded by C. Rajgopalachari, running against the Indian National Congress. Who is this woman? And amongst her many contributions to the world, she is also known for her contribution in reviving and promoting the dying art of blue pottery.
Is she the Queen of Jaipur? Anyway,
Okay, good track. I'll give you a chance to improve.
I'm not getting her name. I have the picture in my mind, but
Do you want paper, pen? Do you want
only
to
if I was Dali.
draw the picture. Okay.
Can't get the
Yes,
name.
Queen of Jaipur.
Yeah.
Okay. If nobody gives me a better answer, then I'll give you points. I'm going now to Nishan.
Gayatri Devi.
Yes. Maharani Gayatri Devi of Jaipur. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful crack. We'll try and not split points. So Nishan gets 11 on this. Okay? Which means the next direct will be to Abhishek. Abhishek, for a long time, it was impractical to sell frozen dash owing to the outer dash becoming soggy and moist by the inner product during the manufacturing process. In 1959, an Italian ice cream maker solved this problem by coating the dash with a layer of oil and sugar and plugging the end with a bit of chocolate. This resulted in the creation of one of the most popular dessert items of all time, which derives its name from the Italian term for little horn. How do we know this product today?
Donuts.
Not donuts. Passing to Vedant.
Is it an ice cream cone? Cornetto.
Cornetto. Yes, that's the answer I was looking for. It is cornetto. Cornetto it is. Okay, so if you see now, it is an ice cream cone, like the outer layer would become soggy, etc. So now you see chocolate on the top, little bit, and I think the answer is cornetto. Okay, Vedant gets 11 on this. Okay, which means the next direct will be to Nishant. Nishant, your direct. I'm talking about a certain term or a word. The term X in general is a derivative of the old English word used to describe someone who owed a debt to a bar for drinks that had gone unpaid. The term was later used to indicate an individual who had a part to be paid at an ale house. As cultures and drinking practices evolved while spirits grew in popularity, the definition of X transformed from an outstanding bar tab to its current meaning. Another popular but contested theory suggests that the term comes from an exchange of a cartridge of bullets for a drink between bartenders and cowboys. What term or word are we talking about? Essentially, we have an etymology long story in the beginning, but I don't know how helpful that will be. But something, you know, the territory, like the zone where the word is used, right? Talking about bars and drinking, etc. I feel the second half is very helpful, where there is another theory as to how this word came, which is that the term comes from an exchange of a cartridge of bullets for a drink between bartenders and cowboys. What term in the world of bar, drinking, etc., are we talking about? This is a one-word answer. Mike.
Pass.
बोलेगा तो माइक से बाहर बोलेगा. Like, पास किसी को बताना मत, मैंने पास किया. Okay, going to no guesses. Okay. Nishant passes. We go to Abhishek.
It's a one word. Pass.
Passing to Vedant.
Is it barter?
Oh,
Exchange.
Bart. You think barter system came after the world of bars and drinking and cowboys and Bart?
The word might have, I mean.
The word might have. Fair. Okay, I'll give a clue and we'll take one more round. Take one more round is also a clue, huh? Just saying, for this answer. Let's take one more round. So the hint is, think bullets and what bullets do, and think what word from the world of, say, bullets is commonly used in the world of drinking also. That's one clue. Abhishek, you figured? Okay, I'll stop now.
Shots.
Shot, yes. This is the origin of the word shot. Why do we say shot? Okay, shots. One more round of shots. So this was, Nishant, you got it, right? For 5. Okay, Nishant gets 5 for shot. And we go to Abhishek for the next question. Abhishek, very direct question. Which player very much in the news in 2023 season of IPL was once banned in 2019 by the BCCI for participating in a Ramadan T20 tournament in UAE's Abu Dhabi without taking the board's permission? Okay, this is a fact that we learned very recently and we thought, oh, we should use it in quizzing. Essentially, a certain player very much in the news this year's IPL was once banned actually by BCCI because he participated in a Ramadan T20 tournament in Abu Dhabi without the board's permission. Yes, Abhishek, are you making a list of every player in news in this IPL? Have you started with Yuvraj Singh or Abhishek? Sohail Tanveer, that was also. Kamran, करके याद है?
2023.
Shane Warne?
I know Praveen Tambe was banned, but it was for some West Indies league or some T10 tournament.
I know Manoj
just
Prabhakar was also banned.
Just guess.
Yes, Abhishek.
In the news, Avesh Khan.
Not Avesh Khan. Going to Vedant.
Siraj.
Mohammad Siraj. No. Going to Nishant.
I've suddenly forgotten players.
Happens. It's one of the symptoms of camera and quizzing together. And people staring at you with lot of envy and hate. Pass?
Yep.
Okay, cool. We'll take one more round. We'll start with Abhishek again. So hint is Kolkata.
Rinku Singh.
Rinku Singh, of course. Talking of Rinku Singh, every other player you guessed was in news even before IPL. Rinku Singh people knew of, but not at this level. Okay, Rinku Singh, Abhishek gets 5 points for Rinku Singh. BCCI had suspended Rinku Singh for taking part in Abu Dhabi T20 tournament. Okay, Abhishek gets 5 points for Rinku Singh.
For 5 sixes.
Oh, ho, ho, for 5. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Now we'll come to Vedant. Vedant, you need to connect the following. This is non-exhaustive. There are other things also in this list. But let's look at the list and tell me what is common to all of these. Future Group, Giorgio Armani, Hindustan Unilever Limited, Indian Air Force, Liverpool Football Club, National Broadcasting Company, NBC, Sunrisers Hyderabad, Tottenham Hotspur. Okay, there is something common to these 8 things you see on your screen. As I said, non-exhaustive. There might be other things also in the list. What do you think is common between Indian Air Force, Liverpool Football Club, Future Group, Tottenham Hotspur, NBC, HUL, Armani, etc., etc.? Don't give that Instagram comment answer key. All these were asked in the quiz. Which reminds me, great segue. We have an Instagram page, quizzing page, where we put one new question every day. Please follow if you're on Instagram. If you're not, you have a great life, but try to come and follow.
Mukesh Ambani and Reliance Group has something to do with it. I mean, that's something that's come to my mind.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay, nothing to do with Mukesh Ambani and Reliance.
लिवरपूल को अभी छोड़ दो थोड़ा.
हाँ?
लिवरपूल को छोड़ दो अभी.
वही, बट बीच में वो rumor आता रहता है ना, इसलिए I know where you are coming from. बहुत साल पहले there was news of Anil Ambani taking over Newcastle. Then people have forgotten Anil Ambani only. New generation will be like, 2 Ambani है क्या? Okay, we now pass to Nishant. Yes.
They all have birds in their logo or in
Yes,
some-
yes. The answer is sitting right on the front sheet. That is called cheating. If you don't know, there is Liverpool. You are
I'm a Hyderabad fan and
Oh, you are a Sunrisers Hyderabad fan. Nice. Okay, there is one.
not nice.
Finally found one person.
Not nice.
Okay, so this is the answer. There is bird in all their logos. 11 points to Nishant, right? 11 points to Nishant. You see Future Group, Giorgio Armani, HUL, Indian Air Force, Liverpool has Liverbird, NBC, Sunrisers, Tottenham Hotspur. Okay, 11 to Nishant, bird in logo. With that, we come to the next question, which will be direct to Abhishek. Abhishek, this is a funda question, okay? The concept of something, this actually comes from the 1400s, when there was a widespread belief and fear that witches could pass through solid objects to enter any residence, according to Geoffrey Burton Russell, author of Witchcraft in the Middle Ages. In 1486, Heinrich Kramer and Jacob Sprenger wrote Malleus Maleficarum, which is considered to be one of the most thorough books on witchcraft. To help ease the public's anxiety, Kramer and Sprenger wrote that witches instead entered houses through dash or windows. Or windows. Since then, the dash has become a common symbol within European folklore, linking the earthly world with the supernatural. What ultimately did this give birth to? So it gave birth to a certain myth or story in their folklore, in European and Western folklore. I want to know, what did this give? Essentially, if you look at the way, the question is that there was obviously a lot of panic about witchcraft and witches a few hundred years back. One of the myths associated with witches was that they could pass through solid objects. So people were very scared that witches could just cross through a wall or something. So they were very scared in the night कि कहीं से भी आ सकते. So then they wrote this. These guys wrote a very credible book on witchcraft, which said that they can't enter through all this. They can enter your house only through dashes or windows. इसकी वजह से this dash became a very important thing in their folklore, which gave to another funda related to the dash and certain arrival. What did this give birth to? If all three of you want hint, I will give a hint. No? Okay, perfect. ठीक है. So this is Abhishek's direct. Whenever you are ready, we'll start. You will be after Abhishek, no? Like this we are going, or like this we are going? You will be after Abhishek. Okay.
Just a wild guess. Chimneys.
Okay. Can you build on that guess?
Santa comes through the chimney.
Yes. Perfect. Yes. Perfect. I know how the other two are just like, oh, kyun bola? But he got chimney, which is the blank, so I had to ask him to improve. And Santa Claus coming through the chimney is what it gave rise to. Okay, Abhishek gets 10 on this, which means the next question will be to Vedant. Vedant, dash navigation is a type of website navigation that allows users to keep track of their location within a website. It typically appears as a horizontal trail of links at the top of a web page and shows the path that the user took to arrive at the current page. The name, this dash navigation, name comes from a children's fairy tale where the protagonists use dash to keep track of the route from which they came. Tell me the dash and tell me the fairy tale it comes from. Okay, we are talking about a certain term used in the world of website navigation, and the origin of that term comes from a fairy tale, because protagonist in that fairy tale used this dash. The first dash and this dash are the same, blanks are the same, to keep track of the route from which they came. So give me the fairy tale and give me the dash.
Not sure if it's a fairy tale, but Yellow Brick Road and Wizard of Oz.
Not Wizard of Oz funda. Going to Nishant.
Breadcrumbs and Hansel and Gretel.
Yes. What did I say? Okay, breadcrumb navigation, Hansel and Gretel, full 11 points to Nishant for that. Okay, that brings us to the end of the first half. Let's take a look at the score. Nishant is leading right now on the back of Candy Crush Saga, Gayatri Devi, Shot, Bird in Logo and Breadcrumb. Nishant is on 48 points. Is that correct? 48. Abhishek is on 10 for Sprite, 5 for Rinku Singh, and 10 for Santa Claus coming through chimney is second right now with 25 points. 48-25. Vedant is on 11 on the back of Cornetto. Okay, 11. Okay, so Nishant leading right now, but whole second half the whole second half is left. So now we'll do reverse if we want. So we'll start with Vedant, Abhishek, Nishant. Cool. Second half, ready? Okay. Have fun, Vedant, Abhishek, Nishant. This will be for Vedant, right? While speaking to Sandeep Reddy Wanga a few months ago, X said, "We shot it in Ukraine. It is a real location. Actually, it is the Ukrainian president's palace, the Mariinsky Palace, which is the official ceremonial residence of the president of Ukraine. There is a parliament right besides the palace. Luckily, they gave us permission to shoot because the Ukrainian president was a television actor." Who is this and what are we talking about that took the internet and world by storm?
Okay, so SS Rajamouli was talking about Natu Natu being shot.
Yes, perfect. 10 points there. This is Natu Natu shot outside Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky's palace, and the director S.S. Rajamouli talking about it. 10 points there to Vedant. And we go to the next finalist, which is Abhishek. Abhishek, in 1882, King Chamaraja Vodeyar IX, the Maharaja of the Mysore state, granted 3,900 acres of land to the Eurasian and Anglo-Indian Association for the establishment of agricultural settlements. This has been the only settlement of India in India that Europeans and Eurasians could call their own, because it was actually granted to them. The then president of the E&AI, which is the Eurasian and Anglo-Indian Association, took a lively interest in it and helped in its advancement, which at the beginning was an uphill task. Where did this settlement happen? What place are we talking about? The answer is a place. So bunch of clues. Regional clue, of course, is there because you know the Maharaja and part of India that he used to govern. He gave a certain this thing. So obviously the answer has something to do with Eurasian and Anglo-Indian people. If all three of you want hint, I can add hint. Otherwise, we'll wait for second round. You don't mind hint? Abhishek, Vedant? Hint? Hint? Okay, hint is you're talking about a certain locality. Just like Bandra or Khar or Santa Cruz. Okay. That's all. For the first round, that's the hint. Read. There are enough clues.
Kurg.
Sorry?
Kurg.
Coorg. No, not Coorg. Going to Nishant.
Is it Kormangla?
Not Kormangla. Going to Vedant.
He took my guess, so I'll go with Kabini.
Not Kabini. Okay, cool. We'll take one more round starting with Abhishek. So Kormangla is actually a good guess. Like better guess than Coorg. And also don't think of hill stations or like other cities or towns. Think of a locality, like I said. So locality is some. So think of a major city and something within that city, like Kormangla. And think like, just like any quiz question, there has to be some connect between what I'm asking. So it won't be random, like it won't be. So there is a very definite connect between the name of the locality and who this land was given to. Okay, and Nishant's guess was very close. Like, okay, should I add more hint or wait? One
Don't mind hint.
more hints? So it's a place in Bangalore, really popular place. It was named so because the land was given to Eurasians and Anglo-Indian people. Okay, now I'll wait.
Whitefield.
Whitefield, yes. तू ही तो add करा रहा है hint. खुद hint करा रहा है. Obviously, the person who's directed it will be of an advantage. Of course, the answer is Whitefield. Okay. Okay, Whitefield. He gave the land to whites and became Whitefield. Okay, so Abhishek gets 5 for Whitefield. Okay. Okay, Whitefield, 5 points to Abhishek, which means next direct will be to Nishant, right? Okay, Nishant. Boston roll, California roll, dynamite roll, spicy tuna roll, rainbow roll, etc. are rolls of what?
Sushi.
Sushi, yes. 10 points there. One of those fun questions. Nishant gets 10. Okay. Just promoting our friends Biswa Kalyanrat's comedy special on Prime Video. Sushi. 10 points there to Nishant. Which means next direct will be to Vedant. Vedant, John Dalberg Acton, better known as Lord Acton, was an English Catholic historian, politician and writer. He is best remembered for the remark he wrote in a letter to an Anglican bishop in 1887. Best remembered, so he wrote this, but he's best remembered for a certain quote that I have removed from this. So we'll read this and then you'll have to give me the quote that we know him for. Even if you don't give me the exact quote, just in and around, I'll give you points. I cannot accept your canon that we are to judge Pope and King, unlike other men, with a favorable presumption that they did no wrong. If there is any presumption, it is the other way. Historic responsibility, that is the later judgment of historians, has to make up for the want of legal responsibility, that is legal consequences during the ruler's lifetime, followed by the court. So if the court is my business, none of your business. Then that would come here, followed by great men are almost always bad men, even when they exercise influence and not authority. What quote are we talking about? So the quote is in the zone of what he's saying, right? And that's why we have put all these words here. So he's talking about the fact that when you have to judge people like Pope and King, you can't judge them differently. Okay. And then he says, great men are almost always bad men, even when they exercise influence and not authority. And there is a long quote, like 9 words, but I don't want as exact answer. If you're in and around, I know what quote you're talking about, I'll give you points.
Is it like with great power comes great responsibility?
No. So Lord Spider-Man said that.
Uncle
John
Ben.
Peter Parker Acton, better known as Lord. No. But good track. Okay, Abhishek.
My guess is the man who passes the sentence must swing the sword.
No, that was Lord Ned Stark.
Lord Ned. Same area.
Same zone. Okay. Now to Nishant. What Lord have you thought of, Nishant? Please tell us.
No idea at all. I'll pass.
Pass? Okay. So we'll take a clue. So you are right that it's something around par. The hint that I will add is, okay, one word I'll give you, which is absolute. So this word and par, if it reminds you of a certain quote, I'll give you points. So one word you already gave me, which was par, and I added absolute. So think of a quote that you might think of in this zone with the word par and absolute.
I'll pass.
Okay, Vedant passes. We go to Abhishek.
Pass.
Okay, Abhishek also passes. We go to Nishant.
I want to say with absolute power comes absolute responsibility. But
Absolute Spider-Man said that.
I don't know. Pass.
Your par? Okay. Par tends to corrupt and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Okay, par tends to corrupt. There are different variations of the clue, but that's why I said if you are anywhere there, I'll give you points. Okay, cool. Par tends to corrupt and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Okay, so next question will be again Vedant's direct. If you are a 90s kid, chances are the tagline "Bade kaam ki cheez," which roughly translates to pretty damn useful, rings a bell. Probably. For example, this is a screen grab from a commercial. Take the famous animated commercial from the early 2000s that starred a turtle who, after being adopted by a bird, blows out in order to fly like its winged siblings. With lyrics and narration by Prasoon Joshi, the ad was weird and wacky and successfully glorified the fun process while enjoying it. Just have a look at the image on the right side and just tell me the brand behind the ad. So this is a, Micah person. Ooh. Okay, no. So this is a brand, was really popular at certain point. And bunch of clues. The tagline is given, Bade Kaam Ki Cheez. But more importantly, there are clues. Of course, there is the animated commercial and there are other hints. For example, if you see, after being adopted by a bird, blows out in order to fly is also a little bit of a hint. And fun process while enjoying it. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. If all three of you want a hint at this. No. Oh, wow, Nishant. Okay. Pressure on Vedant now.
Is it Big Bubble?
It is Big Bubble. Yes. Yes, nicely done. लाज रख ली तूने माइका की ना तेरे सारे क्लासमेट वीडियो देखते और बोलते साले तुझे बिग बबल नहीं आता 10 points to Vedant. Well done. It is Big Bubble. Huge at some point, right? This brand. What happened to Big Bubble? No. Popped. Big Bubble is correct. 10 points to Vedant. which means we go to Abhishek now. Again, this is a brand question. This brand or this company traces its roots to the steam tractor machines manufactured by the Holt Manufacturing Company in 1890. These steam tractors were extremely heavy, sometimes weighing 1,000 pounds per horsepower. Holt attempted to fix the problem by increasing the size and width of the wheels up to 2 meters tall and around 2 meters wide, producing a tractor around 14 meter wide. Company photographer Charles Clements was reported to have observed that these tractors crawled like a X, and Holt seized on the metaphor. X it is, that's the name for it, and that gave the name to this brand. What brand are we talking about?
Hummer.
Not Hummer. Going to Nishant. So happy you are, no? He passed.
I really hope this is the answer. Caterpillar.
Yes, crawled like a caterpillar. It is. Caterpillar it is. That's the name for it. Big wheel, etc., etc. Everything fits. Nishant gets 11. Nishant gets 11. 11 points for this. Caterpillar. Okay, which means the next direct will be to Vedant now. Vedant. Although the origins of X is unknown, it gained popularity in Italy during the 1950s, which coincided with the industrialization of the ice cream production. It is more traditionally known as X al caffè, which is Italian for drowned in coffee, and usually takes the form of a scoop of plain milk flavored or vanilla gelato, or ice cream topped or drowned with a shot of hot espresso. What is this item? Essentially, this item is ice cream drowned with a lot of hot espresso.
Is this affogato?
Affogato, yes. 10 points there to Vedant. Incredibly great second half Vedant is having. Affogato is correct. 10 points. Which is not good news for Abhishek. The good round that Vedant is having. Okay. Abhishek, this is your direct. This is a visual plus text question because this person's face is also a hint. Now we are talking about this person called, I'm just giving his first name, Syed. Syed graduated from Aligarh Muslim University and entered the Indian Civil Service, which was an extremely prestigious career under British rule. He came from a long line of government officials, as his great-grandfather was a tax collector, while his maternal grandfather was a qazi or judge. The ancestors of Syed were tobacco merchants who had migrated from Iran to India. Among the 3 children Syed had, the eldest one was an economist based in Rome. The youngest one is an anesthesiologist based in Illinois, USA, who was Syed's middle child. Essentially, his middle child is someone we all know, obviously. And this is his life and career, and that's his visual also, in case that helps you. Again, if all 3 of you want a hint, I can add a hint at this point. Otherwise, it's fine. We can take one round. Let me know. Hint? Hint, hint, hint. All 3 of you need a hint. Okay, so this person is... so don't think India. So Indian origin family, but the person we are talking about, his claim to fame is not in India, but in fact the exact opposite of it, if that helps. His claim to fame is not like he didn't grow up in India or something, but in fact it's as anti-India as possible in some sense, but of Indian origin. Does that help? Should I like clean the hint a bit, or you want to take a shot one round? Huh? We'll take a shot. Okay. Nishant is leading so well that he's like, "Meko kuch farak nahi padta. I'll just take a clip." Okay. No. Abhishek, whenever you're ready.
Just going by the anti-India clue. And trying to figure out किससे शक्ल मिलती है.
इसलिए फोटो डाला है. शक्ल मिलती तो है. I would like to believe that this photo is a hit.
Kasab.
Oh boy. Where did that come from? किससे शक्ल मिलती है? An anti-Indian full build up suddenly Kasab. Oh my god.
Facial recognition didn't work.
What photo of Kasab have you seen, Abhishek, that we have not been shown ever? Wow. Oh man. Okay, going to Nishant now.
Is it Musharraf?
Yes. Great crack.
That was the second guess.
11 points to Nishant. It is Parvez Musharraf. Okay, that's Parvez Musharraf. He definitely looks more like Parvez Musharraf than Kasab.
That was
no?
the second guess. I had
That was your second guess.
I had that name, but then I had the guess, but वो anti-India वाले में थोड़ा bias थोड़ा.
Because Parvez was very like.
नहीं नहीं.
उससे बोला कारगिल अटैक कर रहे हैं. No way, dude. What are you saying? They are friends है मेरे. He was from Delhi, I think. Parvez Musharraf was born in Old Delhi, I think. Okay, so Nishan gets 11, right? Okay. Last question. This is for Vedant. Okay, Vedant, you're direct. To test out his new GoPro, Christian DeVos strapped it onto a helmet and joined his son in a game of dash in their backyard. The experience inspired him to create World Dash Dash, and since then the game has evolved from a mere hobby to a legitimate sport with a talented pool of athletes. Today, it has its own unique strategies, terminology, and even a media infrastructure to support and promote it. Some of the obstacles of the game include the front line, the sisters, the tilted cube, the mountain, and more. Which sport are we talking about? Okay, so essentially we are not talking about one of those traditional sports. The sport came out from something like this, where Christian Dior was just testing his GoPro, and he put his GoPro in the helmet and he started playing something with his son in their backyard. And यहाँ से inspiration was to why not do a tournament of this, and they created World Dash Dash, and since then it has become more and more legitimate with like proper athletes who play this. What game are we talking about?
Is it tag, backyard
Yes,
tag?
yes, tag is enough. Chase tag or tag, okay? Tag or chase tag. Plus 10 to Nishant. Sorry, plus 10 to Vedant. Wow, man, the quiz actually became much closer in the second half. Okay, with that we come to our three finalists and the final score. Vedant was on 11 in the first half, but he dominated the second half. Vedant got 10 for chase tag. He got 10 for affogato. He got 10 for Natu Natu, Rajamouli, and got for Big Bubble also. So 40 in the second half. Vedant ends on 51. Abhishek had 25, not the best of the half. In the second half, he got 5 for Whitefield. Abhishek ends on 30. And now we come to Nishant. Nishant had 48 in the first half. In the second half, he got Parvez Musharraf. He got Caterpillar. And he got Sushi. Okay. What a range of Caterpillar, Parvez Musharraf, Sushi. And Nishant is the winner of the first ever quiz show with 80 points, right? 80 points, 8-0. Beautifully done. Congratulations, Nishant, for winning the very first quiz show. You also qualify for the second quiz show. We'll have 2 more contestants to come and compete with you. I have a surprise for you, Nishant. Okay, what we are starting with the quiz show now is that people often ask, what do people win? And I tell them bragging rights. But people outside quizzing circle don't understand the big deal. So we thought we'll give you something that will remember, that will sort of remind you that you won this quiz. So then I went through my own book collection, and these are books that I've always loved all my life, and that most of you will have a copy of these books, but these are very, very special for me. These books have been with me for 10 years, 20 years in some cases. So for you, I have picked a very old copy that I got, I think, from some street in Nai Sadak or something in Delhi. I'm giving you my copy of 1984. Okay. I'm personally obsessed with 1984 and Orwell. If you watch quizzing, you know how many questions come from Orwell and 1984. So I'll give it to you after this quiz. Okay. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you guys had fun, and let's make quizzing more and more fun with time. Thank you so much.